In this video, we're going to make our own two-stage air filter for the return air of our central heat and air system in the house. It's going to accomplish four things. It's going to save you money. It's easy to do. It's going to cut down on the amount of dust circulating throughout your home. And best of all, it's going to make your house smell better. So stick around and I'll show you how we do this. So welcome back to the Jim Handy channel. And if you're new here, thanks for stopping in to check out the video. We're going to get started. I'm going to show you the materials that we use to create the actual two-stage air filter that I use for the return air in my home. It's real simple, and I think you're going to be surprised. So let's take a look at the two things that we're going to be using. All right, so the first thing that we're going to use here, and it's not going to come as any surprise, we just have a standard filter. These are really inexpensive filters. And I have to say, normally I wouldn't use one that is as cheap as these are. And when I say cheap, I mean low cost, but they also don't filter out a ton of dust. They work pretty decent. But one of the reasons why I like to use these is that it puts less strain and stress on your heating and air system because it allows for really good airflow. The air filters that have the really high values in terms of things that they filter out, they're certainly really good if you have allergy problems or if you have someone in the home that's suffers from immunity issues, that kind of thing. But if you don't have those kind of issues and you can get by with just a standard air filter, this is the one to use, so long as you're using it with the other piece that goes along with what I have come up with, and that is a carbon activated filter. So a carbon activated filter, and I buy these in a 4-pack. It is just a piece of material that's carbon activated, uses carbon, and it's you can get these exactly the same size as your air filter. So what I do is I place one of these directly on top of the air filter. Now, this is going to be, this carbon activated piece of material here is going to actually be the first thing that the air needs to hit that is being circulated through your house and into the filter. So with that in mind, we want to make sure, if we look at here, you'll see the airflow on these normal filters is going to point in the direction of your HVAC system, and then this will go on the outside of it. And so all we do is just lay that on there, and then I have a really simple way. I just attach it. You can use thumbtacks. In my case, I don't have any thumbtacks, so I just use 3 little simple screws. I put one at each corner and one in the middle, and that just helps the carbon activated material hang and stay in place so that when I'm putting it in, it's not dropping down on me. So that is literally all that we're using. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this carbon activated piece. And by the way, this carbon material here, I'm going to put a link in the description, so you'll find that there. I get these off Amazon, so I have an affiliate link that'll point you to this particular product. It comes in all different sizes, and of course this stuff can be easily cut with scissors. So if you have a non-standard size return air filter, you can always cut these down or cut them into the shape or size that you need. And likewise, I'll have a link to where you can get these. These are just Flanders brand, and again, I've used these for a long time. And my HVAC person who actually installed our system actually said that this was a really good solution for having a filter that will filter out a decent amount of dust and things of that nature in the house, as well as, and it's this carbon activated piece, what that's doing is it's helping make the air smell better. It helps remove odors, things like that, like cooking odors, or if there's pet odors in the house, things of that nature. So between the two, It makes a great system, and it's really inexpensive, and I'll get to the price of what one of these filters actually cost when you add it all up. And by the way, as far as these standard filters, I buy these things by the case, as you can see, and that is a really economical way. And I replace these every 30 days, and I replace the carbon piece every 90 days. But I do have to, twice during that period, come in and vacuum this off, and I'll show you with the existing filter how easy that is to do. All right, so let's go ahead and start the process of putting together our two-stage filter. So we'll just position, and there's no front or back to this carbon activated material. You can put it on either way. So I just basically just line it up there. And I'm just using a real simple little screw here to have 3 of these that I'm using. Again, thumbtacks would be better. I just don't have any. But I had these screws, so I'm literally just going to pop that in there, give it a little push. Just like that. We'll put one on this corner. Just like that. And we'll put one on this corner. Just like that. And with that, our filter is literally ready to go. There is nothing else we need to do to prep the filter for being installed. So let's go ahead and take this in side, and we will install this into our return air. We're going to go through the process of just replacing everything. The filter that I currently have in here and the carbon activated material has not even been in 30 days yet, so I'll end up putting that back. But I want to show you the process for replacing what's here. So we'll just pull our tabs here, drop this down. So we have that lowered, and we'll just pull this filter out, and you can see how I've got 3 screws in that one. There's a little bit of dust here. We'll take this out in the garage, and I'll show you how easy this is to. I just use a shop vac to pull the dust off of this once about every 30 days. And if you look underneath this, the filter behind it is actually not that bad. So this really blocks a lot of the dust and so forth that comes in. And then all we have to do is just place this in, and you can see why those 3 screws come in handy. We want to make sure that the arrow on the side of the filter here is pointing in or toward the return air, or toward the HVAC air handler. We pop that in, and that's it. Literally, it's that fast. It's like 5 minutes to build the filter and replace the old one combined. So, and as far as these filters go, you'll see all kinds of filters sold at the big box stores and that, and the higher priced ones, you know, have the claims of filtering out, you know, more stuff. And that's true, they do, but there is a trade-off. You don't get quite as good airflow through those kinds of filters as you do the less expensive ones. So this ends up being, to me, a really good compromise by having that carbon material affixed to the front of one of the cheaper materials. So we get a better quality filter, but without the kind of cost that comes with those higher end filters. And the other thing that this provides that the higher end filters typically don't is, again, the ability to remove household odors and things of that nature. And we've noticed a huge difference in our home since we started using this. So we'll take this filter out in the garage, and I'll show you how we vacuum this piece off here and how easy and quick that is. And just a reminder, again, the carbon material, I use these for 90 days before I finally just chuck them and throw them away. And the underlying filter, just the standard filter, I swap these out once every 30 days. So that's one of the reasons why I buy these in a case. They come 12 to a case. So it works out really well. And actually the packaging for these carbon activated filters, this filter material, it comes 4 to a package, which again, every 90 days, that's going to be 4 a year. So it just works out perfectly. And I'm going to put, here in just a moment, I'm going to put pictures of both of these up online, and I'll show you the cost, and I'll also show you what it costs me on a per year basis. All right, so, okay, so let's go ahead and vacuum. And I'm just using my shop vac here. And there we go. That's all there is to it. So about a minute or just slightly more, and we have a nice clean filter. It's good for another 30 days. And again, at the end of 90 days, we'll just take this off, toss it. We'll toss the filter here. And as you saw from earlier, when we made the filter, we'll just make up a new filter and pop it in, and we're good to go. We're all done. Our filter's in place. And literally making the new filter and installing it is like 5 minutes. And for the once a month when we need to pull out the filter and clean the carbon material, that's about a minute to just clean that off. And then we can attach it to a new filter, a standard filter. And this works great. I've been doing this for several years now. And again, right now I'm putting up pictures of both of these products and what I paid the last time that I bought each of these. And then I have, of course, total what that ends up being on an annual basis. So it's really cheap. I mean, a year's worth of these filters, these inexpensive filters like I was showing you, plus the carbon material, is a fraction of what these higher end filters cost. So there you go. I hope you found this useful. It's a really simple thing to do, and can really improve, again, how your house smells, reducing the dust, saving you a few bucks at the same time. So hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could give it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It costs absolutely nothing. It's free. So with that said, hope you have a great day, great rest of the week, and we'll see you again on the next video.